Streaming all across the country, from Washington State to South Beach and the Northeast to the deserts of Arizona, to dive into all things football. You're listening to the B&E Podcast. Here's your hosts, Ed Donaldson and Brandon Simpson.
And just like that, we got our Super Bowl ready, folks. Patriots, oh God, and the Seahawks. Welcome to another episode of Breaking the Entering Podcast, everybody. How are we doing today, Brandon?
I'm doing all right. It's besides the outcome of that first game, but yeah. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Another day. So, yeah, man, let's get into it.
Okay, everyone. A lot of news to get to. Let's get to the opening drive, shall we? Mike McCarthy, he's the new head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's just what the doctor ordered. Packers offensive lineman Rasheed Walker was arrested at LaGuardia Airport after he tried to check in a bag with a firearm. Former quarterback Philip Rivers, he interviewed for the Bills head coaching vacancy, but he later withdrew his name from a list of candidates. Bobby Slowick is the new offensive coordinator of the Dolphins. Jonathan Gannon is joining the Packers as their defensive coordinator. The Giants are hiring Denard Wilson as defensive coordinator. Doris Sanders, he will replace Drake May at the Pro Bowl. Mike McDaniel officially joins the Chargers as their new offensive coordinator. The Chargers have also awarded defensive tackle Tyre Tart with a 3-year contract extension, and former Eagles offensive lineman died at a homeless encampment. Or I forgot his name. He was 55 years old. I'll try to check on that in just a moment. But yeah, I know Ravens fans are happy about Mike McCarthy joining the Steelers. You know, he has a lot of wins under his belt. I think he did a good job with the Green Bay Packers. I know with Dallas, he also led them to 3 straight 13-win seasons, but it was never enough to get over the hump in the playoffs. I don't necessarily say that was his fault, but compared to the previous coaches that they've hired, it was definitely out of their trend. Usually they hire a younger defensive-minded head coach, but he is from that area. So interesting to see how that works out. We'll talk more about that during the off season, but yeah, Ed, any thoughts on the opening drive?
Yeah, Kevin Johnson is the person who passed away. Rest in peace of him, man. It's sad, man. They said he was in a homeless camp, man. You always, unfortunately, see these type of stories where, you know, former athletes lose it all and have tragic endings. So another sad story like that. RIP. Condolences to his family and everything. Hopefully they, find a person who killed him and justice is served on that end. But on a lighter note, with these other news, yeah, we'll see how it goes with Mike McCarthy and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They already catching heat. I'm not surprised, but they can hire whoever the hell they want. They got to deal with Aaron Rodgers, and then whenever he retires, they got to have to find a quarterback. I mean, that was Tomlin's main issue. Was never had to after Big Ben left. The quarterbacks we talked about it: Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett. I mean, the few and far in between them. So I mean, you got to find a quarterback. We'll see what Mike McCarthy does, but Pittsburgh Steelers fans ain't too happy with good. You wanted time to gone. This is what you wanted. So enjoy, have fun with that. And the other news, it looks like you talked about it, but like Philip Rivers removing his name from the Bills job. I wonder what made him remove his name. Maybe he realized he was in too over his head, or maybe he was like, you know what, shit ain't looking right around here, you guys. Thank you, but no thank you. I wonder how that went. I'd be definitely interested to hear more of that news, how that thing goes. Trying to think, there was something else that you mentioned in the opening drive that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, the Gannon. I kind of was hoping that Jonathan Gannon signed as DC with the Commanders, but Packers took him instead. So, oh well. Hopefully, we get a D coordinator one of these days. Talking about the Commanders. But yeah, that's all I got.
I think Philip Rivers, I would imagine, was more so he may have realized that he wasn't qualified for the job. Honestly, I mean, they have a decent roster. They say what you want about their playoff history over the last several years, but they've been right in it in there every year. I just don't think that he was going to be in their top five, I guess you could say, when they probably got to that second round of candidates. So they may have told him, and he may have just publicly taken his name out of it. Who knows? We may never know. But yeah, Mike McCarthy, man, like I said, just what the doctor ordered. Can't wait for that for sure. They're gonna be competitive. I think because his track record speaks for itself. But
Mm,
I think yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm definitely excited about him joining their team as opposed to some of the other candidates that they probably could have ended up with.
yeah.
All right, let's talk about this AFC Championship game, shall we? First game in the window on Sunday afternoon. God help us, man. Patriots are back in the Super Bowl after a 10-7 road win against the Broncos. Your thoughts?
Sean Payton, Sean Payton, Sean Payton. I don't know what it is with the strategy of take the points. I mean, 4th and 1, first half, just kick the field goal. Y'all be up 10 points. We seen what the defense was doing all day. Drake May couldn't really get nothing going. Just play behind the defense, take the easy points so you can. And I know hindsight is 2020, this and that, but I just don't understand sometimes. And it happened in the other game too. We're gonna get into it as well, but just don't understand sometimes why they continue to go for it on 4th down. I know oh, we get this, we get a touchdown, we got a 2-score lead, 14 points, blah blah blah. Take the points, man. You got just kick the field goal. I mean, the score was 10-7 to end the game. Your defense was playing lights out for the most part. And then Stidham turned back into the backup quarterback. I mean, the first drive, he looked good. Like, oh, shit, he might fuck around and beat the Patriots. But then he had that boneheaded play, hint, hint, where he dropped back and then he get happy feet, leg. I don't know. It looked like he had a seizure or something. He just throw the ball on the damn ground. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I texted you. I said, what the fuck is Stidham doing? You don't understand
Yep.
how mad I was. I almost threw my damn phone at the TV. Gave me damn PTSD, reminded me of damn CJ Stroud and his terrible ass game against the Patriots last week. But no, Stidham, man, that was one of the plays they lost the game, man. I mean, don't turn the ball over. No dumb plays, and y'all win this game, Broncos. But no, they had that turnover. Next thing, I think it was the very next play, Drake May rushing in for a touchdown. I mean, he only had 86 yards passing. He killed them. He killed them with his legs. I think I want to say 6 of his rushes were for first downs. Last play of the game for them, pretty much.
Yep.
Not the last play of the game, but the last first down of the game. He had that
Yep.
bootleg out. I think it was to the left side. Ran it for a first down. That pretty much ended the game right there. Just like Broncos, man, y'all had this game. I feel like Sean Payton's definitely shooting himself with his foot. Maybe move on to the next season, like Bill Belichick used to say, we're on to next week, whatever the hell he used to say. But it's
Yeah.
like, man, definitely I should have kicked the field goal. I wonder if he's saying that because I feel like even when the play was happening, I was like, bro, kick the field goal. I know it's 4-1. Just kick the field goal. Y'all go up 10-zip. What's but try to do too much and that cost him. And then, the weather started getting bad that second half. It was like a damn blizzard hit in the second half. The field gets coated with snow and it was windy. Kickers couldn't kick shit for shit anymore at that point. People dropping passes. I think Cortland Sutton, I want to say he had a drop in the first half too, but I know it was I think it was RJ Harvey who had a big drop. There was a couple of big drops by the Denver Broncos that could have either made it an easier third down or just stop drives. It's like, you can't do this, man. I give the Patriots and Drake May credit. I mean, they usually don't shoot themselves in the foot. There was no turnovers. Drake May didn't have any interceptions. There was no fumbles by any of the running backs. It's just like, they ain't lose this game. The Broncos definitely lost this game. The Patriots didn't do anything where they took the game from them, except for at the end, Christian Gonzalez. But the Broncos, in my opinion, lost this game more than the Patriots won this game. The defense for the Broncos until the second half, Ramondre Stevenson, they kind of did what they did against the Texans last week, where they were able to start running the ball late in the game, late in the second half, and kind of eat up the clock. But Broncos, man. I mean, probably it might have been different with Bo Nix out there, but Patriots on to the Super Bowl again. The Lord have mercy if they win it. I mean, I'm already hearing, you probably heard it too. Mike Vrabel has a chance to be the first person ever to win as a player, win as a head coach. So, Lord have mercy if that happens. I know how you feel about it. Brandon, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, man, just a few plays I want to talk about. I think that, really made a difference in this one. That failed 4th-and-1 attempt, as you mentioned, Denver inside the New England 15-yard line, up 7-0 at that point. Um, we both agreed they should have took the points at that point. Next drive, Stidham, he had the backward pass, sack fumble play. Uh, that was the one you texted me on. Set up New England at the Denver 12-yard line at that point. 2 plays later, Patriots tied the game for touchdown. Stidham's interception on the final drive, he literally just heaved it up there. It was like, oh, I'm going to just throw it up on 2nd down. And ball set up in the air, and Gonzalez, one of the easiest picks of his life, literally. But I think honestly, the most mind scratching play for me was that 3rd-and-15 for New England at their own 41. It was the final drive for them. One more first down would have sealed the game. I think we all thought that damn near everyone in America knew they was going to run the ball. Didn't know what exactly it was going to be. Ended up being that bootleg play, as you mentioned. It could have been a Stevenson, perhaps handoff, or anybody else could have ran the ball because they wanted to keep that clock going at that point. And Drake May kept it for himself, scrambled for the first down. They had one defender in contain for this Denver defense, and he did not have a good angle, especially with the snow and the way the conditions were on that field. He just could not get out there to make the play on Drake May. To me, it was a bad call defensively for Vance Joseph. I think he could have set up a base defense and would have been fine with that. Bring both your safeties down, bring one of your safety down. I would rather got beat through the air at that point because they weren't really doing anything, through the air because of the weather. So, you know, I just don't understand that play call there. Yeah, I'm not still I'm still not sold on this New England team. As you said, it was more so Denver's mistakes and their wrongdoing than it was New England really taking this game or winning it all in all. But I guess I'll say congratulations to them for making it this far. But yeah, Denver, I think they just caught a bad break without their quarterback. I'm thinking it would have been a little bit different in this one. They probably would have been able to move the ball a lot more. I'm not sure Bo Nix would have made that bonehead turnover. Um, early in the game as well. But yeah, it's just demoralizing to a team late in the year for them to recover for this. Start your backup quarterback with pretty much less than a week before the AFC Championship. That's what more could we honestly expect from this Denver team in this one? But yeah, they did make mistakes on both the field and coaching decisions as well. Especially that main 4th down attempt that didn't go anywhere that eventually lost this game for them. Um, yeah, not a good look. Definitely would have liked to seen it the other outcome, but I guess this is what we got to deal with at this point.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of that last play, you talk about the defense. I agree. I'm trying to figure out, and it's easier like me saying it. I played Madden a little bit. I don't understand. Maybe they did. I didn't see it, but I feel like they could have put a quarterback spy on Drake May. Maybe
Yeah,
after like the 3rd or 4th
yeah.
time he rushed for a first
hmm
down. I was like, bro, some of these times he stepped up in the pocket. It ain't no one around him. Everybody like covering their man or something. They not really. I'm like, are y'all gonna like focus on Drake May?
Yeah.
He's running the ball and getting first downs, but I don't know. Maybe I wasn't seeing the spy or something. I don't know. That
Say
was a
it.
good.
I don't. I think the only spy was the guy that was. I can't remember who it was that actually had a chance of getting him. The
Yeah, it was
play
some
looked like to me
linebacker. Might have been
it
Singleton.
was. Yeah, it was either a tight end or a running back that was on that left side as well. He had a slight block on the other guy, but whoever it was that was coming downhill against him was the only guy on that side of the field, basically. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, 99% chance they were going to run the ball on that play. Again, we didn't know whether it was going to be a quarterback keeper or, Stevenson get the ball or what, but damn near everybody knew they was going to run the ball. So you should have been prepared. Honestly, again, I would have ran a base defense play, both my safeties down, if not one of them, and would have given you a better chance. And I know that's a good Denver defense, but The conditions were not made for that type of defensive play. You know what I'm saying? To have probably, no matter who that player was, it could have been your best player. It could have been Kyle Hamilton for the Ravens to make that play. It's just the conditions were not in that favor. Like they were saying on the broadcast, when it starts to snow like that, it favors the offensive guys because they know where they're going with the ball. Defenders do not know most of the time. So yeah, bad call for me, in my opinion. Vance Joseph's. I can't defend him for that one.
Yeah, tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all, before we get into the NFC Championship game, this episode is brought to you by Premium, a CBD health and wellness company. Check out their line of CBD-infused products, which are a perfect after-workout refuel for athletes, a pain reliever for weekend warriors, and even a natural sports drink for us armchair quarterbacks. Their featured product is CBD-infused honey, which is a personal favorite of mine, as well as tinctures and mint and natural flavors. They are veteran, women, and minority-owned, so come get some of this sweet temptation and taste the premium difference. Use code B&E for 15% off your order. Their website is premium.com. And now let's get back to our show. First game, was pretty much a defensive weather contested game. The second game, the NFC Championship game, we both talked about it, thinking that this is the real Super Bowl. Could be wrong, but, it was a better game entertainment-wise. It was pretty much a shootout. Seahawks beat the Rams 31-27. Let me be the first one to apologize to Sam Darnold. I've been doubting him pretty much all year, and he had a really good game. Over 300 yards in the air, no turnovers, made clutch plays. We've been seeing it all year. JSN has been killing them, and people have not figured out how to stop him. In the first half, he had like 7 catches, 115 yards. He was killing them. The last play before halftime was one of the reasons they won the game. They stopped the Rams because I was thinking, okay, the Rams gonna score here before the half, take the time off the clock, and we'll see how it goes in a second. No, Seahawks stopped the Rams. They get the ball back with less than 2 minutes left, and Darnold and them drive down the field, and he hits JSN for a touchdown, and that changed the whole game. You got the Seahawks up now. I think they got the ball back after halftime too. It was just, Sam Darnold, man, he really showed me something. I think it did for me help that Sam Darnold played this team. This was his third time playing them, so he's kind of used to this team and what they can do and what the looks he's gonna get on defense. So I kind of have a feeling that helped him a lot, and he was used to that. But he was dealing with the oblique injury. I think he didn't practice. I think he practiced like Friday. He didn't have too much practice, so I know he was a little rusty out there compared to if he would have practiced the whole week. But yeah, man. But going back to this game, though, there was 2 mistakes. One huge one by the Rams and one huge one by the Seahawks. Xavier Smith, I don't know if, if I was Sean McVay, if I was the Rams, you would have had to find your own way back home after that muff punt. Because I was looking at it, and you could tell when he was, like, trying to field the ball, you could just tell, like, for me, I was like, something don't look right. And he tripped over down blade of grass or something and fumbled the ball. I was like, come on, man, what are you doing? The Seahawks special teamer, he made a great play because you see a lot of times where the gunner or whoever it is for the special teams coming to the ball and they just trying to go run smack into the dude. This dude was patient. He waited for the ball to get there. He saw that it was fumbled and then he recovered. A lot of these times they'll try to time it where the ball gets there and they try to hit him at the same time, make like a big play and cause a fumble. No, he was patient. He knew what he was doing right there. Now, I don't know the coordinator who got fired. I don't know what the hell you want him to do in a situation like that where motherfucker tripping over his damn shoestring or a blade of grass and falling down and fumbling the ball. At that point, Seahawks get the ball back. They score again. Now they up 2 scores because before it was kind of back and forth. Rams score, they take the lead. Seahawks score, they take the lead. After that, Seahawks score again. Now they up 2 scores, and it just adds more, gives them a little more cushion. And then Tariq Woolen, I hope after the game you shake everybody's hand, apologize, because that was almost my bonehead play of the week. You made a great stop on 3rd down, almost picked the ball off, Puka Nacua, kind of wrestled your hand away so you did pick it off. And then you're going to go rah, talking the stuff to the man, dude, just get back on your side of the field. run and tuck while you going back to your side field. But no, you want to go up down the sideline of the Rams. We
Yeah,
get you a down flag, first down, and then in the very next play,
touchdown.
they throw the ball in your ass. Who could hit you with that? Huh? Give you a move. He scores a touchdown, and now you looking crazy. You got the rookie Emo Warrior on the sideline looking at you,
Yeah,
talking to you on the sideline. Y'all getting into it. I'm like, bro, if y'all would have lost that game, woo, boy, it would have been a long, long off season for you, especially this week going into Super Bowl, man. But Sam Darnold made some plays. Matt Stafford, I gotta give him credit too, man. And I feel really bad for Devontae Adams. There was a interview. You know, he get interviewed after game because I think he's 0-5 in conference championship
yeah,
games. He just hasn't been able to get over that hurdle. I just feel really bad for him because that was one of the things I was hoping to see is Devontae Adams get himself a ring before he ends his career, but this wasn't meant to be this year. And then Matt Stafford, there was a play 4th and 1 where he scrambled, he broke the Marcus Lawrence tackle. I was like, oh shit, that
yeah,
kind of surprised me. I didn't really see Matt Stafford do stuff like that. It's crazy. He's a tough guy. I mean, I remember in Detroit when he was mic'd up, he got smacked, and you could hear him on the ground in pain. Then he gets up and scores a touchdown. He runs down the field like the next play, but. Great play, 4th and 1, break the Marcus Lawrence tackle, scramble for the first down. At that point, I'm thinking, okay, maybe the Rams have a chance and they can win this game. But there was the same situation where I'm talking about the Denver Broncos and the Patriots. Take the points. In my opinion, what was it, 4th and 4 late in the game, about less than
yeah,
5 minutes to play, 4th and 4, 4th and 6, or whatever it was. I thought they should have just kicked the field goal, trust your defense to make a stop. That changes the whole complexity of the game because now you don't have to worry about scoring a touchdown. You can kick another field goal to win the game. You don't got to worry about getting all the way down the field. But no, they go for it on 4th and 4. They don't get the ball. They don't get it. And then the Seahawks take a lot of time off the clock. You only get 20 seconds left. And we saw how the end of the game ended, man. So I feel like Sean McVay and Sean Payton, both of those guys, and it's not just them. A lot of these coaches these days try to go for it on 4th down. I mean, you talk about a lot with Detroit. You talk about a lot in the past when I used to think Justin Tucker's a hell of a kicker. I wish I would let him kick the ball
yeah.
sometimes, but teams go for it on 4th down, and we saw what happened. And Seahawks win this game, and it's crazy what Sam Darnold's in that 2018 draft class, and he made the Super Bowl before a lot of Josh Allen, Lamar
Yep.
Jackson. I mean, he made it before a lot of guys. Now he's got a chance to be a Super Bowl champion, and he played a hell of a game. Once again, hats off to you, sir. I'd shake your hand if I saw you in person. I've been doubting you your whole damn career pretty much. I can't talk about you seeing ghosts or anything like that anymore. You got one more game left. We'll see if you get it done. But hell of a win for the Seahawks, man. Brandon, your thoughts on this game?
So Mike McDonald, the Seahawks head coach, he said it best after the game. He shut a lot of people up tonight, talking about Sunday night, man. Talking about his quarterback Sam Darnold. It's me. I'm one of those people he shut up for sure.
Me too.
6 turnovers during the 2 regular season games. He had none on Sunday night. He did put the ball on the ground, but he recovered that game. I mean, excuse me, he recovered that one there. But yeah, it just seemed like Seattle was one step ahead of the Rams basically the whole game, in my opinion, man. You got to give hats off to the players, obviously, for what they did on the field, the coaching staff, everyone involved with that home team. They had no answer for the Rams had no answer for Sam Darnold and JSN. They were just making play after play after play. The one time I think they did have JSN in check down in the red area, Darnold threw a laser to Jake Bobo, who I'd never heard of, for a score. 6 points later, I knew about him at that point. I think LA's glaring weakness on defense was continued to be exposed was their secondary, man. It was either blown coverages, guys getting loose, running into the end zone, or giving up big plays down the field. You mentioned Stafford. He put on a show, had a great game, but I think the one critical error that lost it for the Rams, in my opinion, was that muff punt. You talked about it as well. Xavier Smith in the third quarter. Darnold, that was the one where he hit Bobo for a touchdown on the corresponding drive for 6 points. They ended up winning the game by 4. You mentioned it about the not taking the points. Something else I'm going to talk about real quick. They did have a chance, the Rams, to possibly, take the lead at this point. Stafford, he just missed Elijah Aurora. But yeah, I was kind of confused too because I felt like both offenses had really been making plays throughout, especially the second half of the game. So I think they could have, again, kicked the field goal, as you mentioned. It would have eased the pressure down the stretch of having to go the length of the field because when they did get the ball back with 20 some seconds, I can't remember if they had a timeout or not, but they were what, damn near inside their own 20, if not the inside their own 30. And it was just, too little, too late at that point. But yeah, this was one of the better NFC Championship games in quite some time. I think a job well done by both teams. I like the Rams and the Seahawks. Um, good for Sam Darnold. He really, you know, like his coach said, he really shut a lot of people up. So hats off to him.
Yeah, for real. Hats off. Hats off to that young man.
All right, let's give out some player awards for championship weekend. How about on the offensive side of the ball, Ed?
Sam Darnold for me, 346 yards, 3 touchdowns with 0 turnovers. Him and JSN were pretty much unstoppable. So yeah, Sam Darnold, my offensive player of the week.
I agree, but I'm gonna go with JSN, the receiver, as you mentioned, 10 receptions, under 53 yards. You mentioned most of that was there in the first half. Had a touchdown as well, out there catching damn near everything. Doing what he did all season, honestly. Uh, Expected nothing less from him for sure. Defensive player of the week, Ed.
I got to give it to the Patriots cornerback Christian Gonzalez. I think he had about like 6 total tackles. Had that interception at the end of the game. He also had a sack. Excuse me. So Christian Gonzalez is my defender of the week.
I'm agree with you on this one. The only thing I'll add is the easiest interception he had of his life. As I mentioned, Jared Stidham just literally threw it up there on second down, like as if it was a fourth down play. Just heaved the ball up there, and he was there to take it and help send the Patriots back to the Super Bowl. How about a special teams play that we get?
I got to give it to that Seahawks special teamer who recovered that fumble that Xavier Smith muffed on that punt. Number 53 for the Seahawks. I believe it's Dareke Young, but Mr. Young is my special teamer of the week, special teamer for the Seahawks.
I'm going to go with the Patriots defensive tackle, Leonard Taylor. I believe he's Leonard Taylor, the second or third. Blocked field goal there in the fourth quarter in that first game, the AFC Championship. Would have tied the game if they, got those points. So the situation where neither team was doing much, no telling how far into overtime this game would have gone. So good play by Leonard Taylor, the big defensive tackle there for the New England Patriots. How about a bonehead player call or move of the week?
Yeah, for me, it's Jared Stidham, that backward pass we both talk about. Throw the ball away, take the sack, just live to fight another day. But no, man, you lost your damn mind. Bonehead play. I mean, your brain must have turned into a damn bone or something at that point. I don't know why you would try to throw the ball as soon as the defender gets to you. Throw the ball away or just fall, take the sack. Your defense is playing lights out. Live to fight another day, man, and just I don't know. My goodness, man. But yeah, Jared Stidham, you got my bonehead player of the week.
I'm gonna go to something that you mentioned in the Rams Seahawks game. Tyreek Woolen, third down and 12, made a big play. Instead of getting back to his own bench or getting back to the field, and perhaps he was part of the special teams unit, he's jabbing at the Rams sideline. Next thing you know, yellow flag comes out. I remember Tom Brady. Tom Brady and Burkhardt was like, what's going on? What could this flag be? And personal foul on Tyreek Woolen. Automatic first down. Next play, Stafford hit Nakua against who else? Tyreek Woolen, touchdown. So yeah, I think you mentioned, I can't remember who it was last week, the week before. He owed his entire team a thank you, and I owe you whatever. That's what Tyreek Woolen owed his team for recovering in the end and helping them win. Because, like you said, it would have been a long off season, definitely a long week if that would have been one of the main points we would have been talking about if they had lost this game. But he got lucky, man. He got burned on the next play, but still, that you cannot do that, and you definitely can't do that in a couple weeks at the Super Bowl may come back to bite you.
Definitely.
All right, everyone, that's going to do it for our championship recap episode brought to you by Premium. Please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search for the B&E Podcast. We'd also love if you follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Podcast B&E, as well as IG at B&E Podcast. We'll be back a week from Friday to preview the Super Bowl 60, that is, from Santa Clara, Seahawks and Patriots. That is a rematch. I can't remember what Super Bowl it was, but we all know what happened with that one. Pete Carroll shooting himself in the foot for not running Marshawn Lynch, if y'all remember that game. So it'll be fun to watch this one. Can't wait for that one. Until next time, love one another.
And sorry, before we go, I just remembered what I was wanted to talk about the open drive. Shador Sanders making a Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they doing it for ratings. I feel like he'll boost the ratings of the Pro Bowl game because let's be honest, who's really watching the Pro Bowl at this point?
Yeah.
I don't even feel like talking about it. But salute to him. I don't even think his dad Dion made it his rookie year to the Pro Bowl, but we know it was a little different back then. I feel like these days Pro Bowls really don't matter as far as your career, but definitely all pros are what matters now. I'm not trying to take anything against the Pro Bowls, but some people they make the Pro Bowl, it's a replacement. I don't know if that'll count on the resume as much, but the All Pro definitely will. But nothing against Shador. That's still my man. Appreciate it. I hope it goes out there.
I'd imagine he wasn't the first alternate. Like you said, it's probably a backstory to it. He probably was not the first alternate with those AFC other viable options. The AFC quarterback, Lamar and Josh Allen probably weren't going to go. Mahomes can't go because he's banged up. So it starts to trickle down the list. Joe Burrow probably wasn't going to go either.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, y'all. That's all y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.